Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gloria Victis. This is our Sangmar starter quest line from levels 1 to 40 that we're going to try to get you through in a reasonable amount of time. Top end of this is usually about 90 minutes. Um, so this is what you look at when you first log into Balhaman. Balhaman is the capital of the Sangmar nation on Stoneholm. If you press M, your map, you can bring it up. And we'll start by going through a few basics that you see on the world map before we get into much more here. So we'll touch on, actually no, we'll do that when we do the logistician. Let's get you situated first with Balhaman. So this is where your depot is. Your depot is usable, transferable. The items in here are transferable between all of the characters on your account. Um, so, out of your 3 starting characters on your Gloria Victis account, anything that you place in this chest, you're going to be able to access from any of those characters. Um, uh, your inventory slots that you have, um, you can open these up starting at level 10. I have other characters in my account, so I have these slots open. When you're looking at yours, you're going to be looking at 5 empty locks like this. Uh, those will scale in price once you hit level 10 and you're able to open them up. And you'll have 9 slots on your personal inventory that you'll be able to open up as well too. And we'll just show you here. So I got the message, I can only unlock slots when I gain level 10. So we'll show you that as we go through the tutorial here. Um, and, uh, and that's the inventory basics that you'll see. Other things that you're going to want to familiarize yourself with is the logistician. You'll be spending a lot of time over in this area. Um, this is your stable master. If you talk to him, it'll show you the horses that you have accumulated from the real world, or from the world. Um, we can go into horse basics later, but we'll touch on aging and levels. Levels is how basically how good your horse is. They scale up to level 100. Your aging is the lifespan of your horse. Once you get to aging 100%, your stats, your mount statistics start to deteriorate. Uh, Dynamics is basically how fast you perform in a sprint. Agility is how fast you turn. Condition is your stamina, and vitality is your health. Um, those are useful. And during your starter quest line, we should probably there should be a horse on the actual road during this. So we'll show you where that is as well too for the new players. Your logistician. The reason that I had stopped with the map there, I wanted to bring you up this because it shows you the territories that are native to us that you can fast travel to. They have a white border around them a little bit, and those indicate that those are native territories that you could pay currency for to fast travel. They start out small. If it's one jump, it's only like 50 iron or whatever. Um, Native territories to Sangmar encompass Lordly Haven to Seaclaw, really, in the game's lore. Uh, so Scarsdale, Demar, Eagle's Nest Fort, Hada Castle, and Seaclaw are all native territories that you can fast travel to. We'll be going to Fort Sarai during the tutorial, and we'll introduce you to the Glory shop there. Um, not native, holy cities, you're also able to fast travel to. So Horden Temple and Lordly Haven are the holy cities on our side of the map. Um, Horden is actually Izmir. We just benefit from holding it today. Um, but you're able to fast travel to those. You're also able to fast travel, as you can see, to the guild castles. Guild castles are the end game content for Gloria Victis. Um, they're castles that have a free building mode where you can customize your castle to whatever suits your look, your customizable defense. You can configure them to something that you're comfortable with. There are 9 guild castles. They're scattered over the map, and we'll go into guild castles in a further video or further in the Discord there. So check the guide to Stoneholm for more information on that. From here, we're going to go to the market. 98% of everything that's in the market keeper here is either manufactured or gathered by players in the game. And a couple of things I want to show you here is the Finished Offers tab. Finished Offers tab is where items go after you purchase them, and you need to click on them here to actually put them into your inventory. There's different categories for the items, and a pretty extensive list of a great crafting tree. Now the other thing I wanted to show you is the bags section here. This is where you expand your inventory, and this is one of the first things that you're going to be spending your money on. It's always recommended to maximize your inventory space as fast as possible, because with the various events and crafting that you'll be doing, you'll quickly run out of inventory space. So it's pretty essential for new players to, as soon as they hit level 10, start opening up their inventory. You will find that players in Gloria Victis, veteran players, are really helpful. If they see you that you're not geared, they generally help you. I'm not saying to be a beggar, but I am saying that your primary focus should be inventory, maximizing inventory space to start. There's going to be plenty of time to gear yourself up, so that's what I recommend. Going from there, there's more to the city. I'm not going to get into it right now. I'll let you explore that on your own. This icon right here that you see, the white arrow, leads to the person that Himarius here, that starts our quest line. So we're going to start that. Now, before we actually get started, I'm going to do a couple of things. Going to customize my hotbar loadout for something that I'm more comfortable with. Okay, so, and the other thing we'll touch on quickly before we get started here is your challenges. You can select daily challenge. This is your challenges and achievements. It's your default H button, and these challenges and achievements, the daily ones and your character progression ones, once you hit the milestones, you receive contribution points and monetary reward, for instance. So it's an additional way to get some currency for fast travel. It's not going to give you much, but for fast travel and other activities. Um, the challenges themselves are tailored. They've got different styles. So you've got like PvP centric ones. Here's just a dice playing game one. Um, but the PvP ones, and then there's ones more tailored towards new players and crafting players. Some important ones to look for, like the uh, buildings upgraded. Okay, so let's take a quick look at this here. See defeated enemy nation players via PvP one. Growing plants. So that's something. Craft cooking is an important crafting skill to get up early. I'm going to choose that. Gathering wood logs is a good way to make money when you sell it on the market. It's also an easy activity for players to do. Um, when you progress your achievements, for instance, when you get to 100, you're going to get a monetary reward and a contributional reward, and then that's going to double, for instance, and that's going to go to like 200. So each time you hit those little milestones, you'll get a monetary reward or perhaps a diluted wine. Upgraded buildings is something that is important to achieve too, because you get experience that levels your character from upgrading buildings, um, and it's really useful and it helps your nation. So I'm going to choose that one because I might actually go into uh, upgrading a building and show you that there after we're done the start quest. So we've chosen growing plants, upgraded buildings. There's mining. Mining is another good starter method of generating wealth. Um, we'll just show you actually a quick example. So we're looking at coal right now. We're looking at basic coal. So it's not allowing me to do that, but we'll do a quick calculation. And I'm going to be super lazy and bring up a calculator here, so just bear with me a second. At 12 iron times 1,000. So, for instance, at the price that the person has listed here at for the 3,000 stack of coal, at 12 iron, 0 copper, um, a stack of that of 1,000 of that coal is worth about a gold, 20 silver. Um, and this is your currency list here. So a gold 20 silver is a good wealth generation for a starter, for a new player. You can achieve that by mining in the mines, such as there's mines at Lordley Haven, there's mines at Guild Castles, uh, there's a mine at Seaclaw here. Just give me a sec. Seaclaw mine. Then you've got one right here at Scarsdale mine. So those mines are areas where you can gather metals and resources that you can either use for crafting or list on the market. It's not like it's a good introductory way to generate wealth in the game. Um, and you're going to have to think about too, especially being a dominated nation here, uh, holding these points for gatherers for like a afternoon. Allow your crafters to actually accumulate some wealth. The other thing I wanted to touch on too, actually, before going any further here, going back to inventory for aspiring guild leaders. There is no guild bank in this game. Um, so guild leaders in this game use alternate characters, and they're your depot that you can transfer items to the other characters on your account. They use that uh, as a workaround for guild banks. So any aspiring guild leaders, just be aware that there is no guild bank, but additional characters is the only real workaround. So we were done pretty much at the market. We've talked to the gentleman, so let's begin our quest line here. At this point, I'm going to get a little quiet. We've spent some time just familiarizing you with the outlook of Belhamen. So now I'll quickly bring up my map. Your safe zone for Sangmar extends from Belhamen. It extends from, I believe, the just before Basilia and Belhamen. If you draw a line there, and then south, if you follow my cursor along this area here, so it encompasses Fort Sarai, Eagle's Nest Village. This whole area right here is a safe zone where you cannot be looted by enemy nation players. It's intended, a bunch of the starter quests are located in this area, and it's a starter area, so it's intended as a safe zone. We will be reaching um, most of the areas in that starter area during the quest to 40. So at this point, we'll speed run it to 40 and get you hopefully back into game. So as we progress, we're going to want to keep our attributes and our abilities up. Your attributes and abilities affect your stamina, your health, damage you do, your DPS. If you press B by default, you bring up your passive abilities list. And if you check the Guide to Stone Home Discord, we're going to be posting player-made character builds that are reliable, and we encourage you to. I'm not going to go into it during the video here. It's not the intent of this video, but we're going to be posting a bunch of stuff in the Discord, so check it out, and as you progress, try to build a character that you're going to be comfortable with playing PvP when you're done, because this is a PvP MMO. And I encourage you to actually take your time and read the storyline. I'm just speed running this right now, so it's not the intent of the video to to narrate things, but oh, yeah, we missed out on doing the guild board recruitment thing. There should be a guild recruitment board here. There it is. Okay, so one of the things you're going to want to do is join a guild or create one. But this is PvP MMO, and guilds are essential to achieving endgame content and really experiencing the game. So here's an example of some current NA Sangmar guilds. We're going to avoid actually joining any of them right now, just because I don't want to get into that. Well, I would join Actium, but alright. The mechanics of actually here. We'll decline that. I'll show you how to create a guild quickly. Alright, so we called it the Sangmar training videos. So some of the things you're going to be looking at here are, well, members list. This will be able to see your members. Your maximum number of members will increase as this progress bar right below your name increases. It'll show a green line as it progresses, and it's your guild level. As that guild level increases, your maximum number will increase up to a maximum of 150 members. It's also useful for the guild castles. It affects the level of walls that you can build, from palisade to strong stone walls. It also affects your guild ranking. So for instance, this season, these are the guilds that are producing nation points. This is the top of the leaderboard. If we check that tab right there, when you press F2, this shows you the current season. There is a statue in the main towns of each nation to show you the all-time records. Your profile, these are your nation points. These are what's used to progress this bar right here. And when you're part of a larger guild, when you join a guild, we'll show you before the end of the video, but there's a NPC that you talk to in town, which you donate your nation points to, which progresses that bar and progresses the guild. So that's your nation points down here when you press F2 on your profile. Contribution points we'll get into at some point in the tutorial here. Glory ranking is from being active, taking flags, and doing other nation-related stuff. Arena ranking is dueling, and that's the weekly rankings of players contributing to your nation. So there are benefits from having your weekly thing as well too. I'm not going to talk about all of them. But for instance, upgraded locations, if you get this title, you get the title Architect, and you get upgrade points, which helps maintain and upgrade cities in our nation here. So we'll get into that in a little bit. So let's get back to questing. So this will show the mechanics of ballista. They do a fair amount of damage. You charge them by pressing your center block, and they do have an arc on them, so you're gonna have to get used to aiming them to be useful. They're very effective in sieges, though. Mostly useful for taking down enemy siege equipment, but they do wreck player characters. Now, just for the purposes of the video tutorial here, I'm just going to be going with the basic two-handed damage build. But you can check out the variations of PvP builds in the combat training category on the Discord by player submitted builds. Oops, missed something. That's 75%. If you check the right-hand side of the screen there, where you have objectives, it's your progress bar for your quest objectives as well. So we've hit level 10 here, and we've received a large sack as one of our rewards. We're going to unlock the first inventory slot, the first couple here. As you can see, it's dirt cheap to open up the first one. Now the second one will scale to 15 iron crowns. So we're going to open up that one. And the next one is 1 silver crown, so we won't have enough for that. But we will take the bag, a large sack, and increase our inventory space. Large sack is a good starter bag. It comes with 12 inventory slots. What you really want to be doing though is, as soon as you can buy them, buy the large leather bags and maximize your inventory space to 34 slots. Because cycling through it and upgrading from large sacks to leather bags can just be a pain in the ass, especially when you have them all full of inventory. I mean, for the first couple of inventory slots, you're pretty much bound to having large sacks. But beyond that, get into just buying large leather bags. Life will be much easier for it. So I don't have one on me. I don't have a limonite on me to make it either. We're going to be gathering some crops here. Now you can do it with any bladed weapon, but it's not worth wasting your durability on your weapon for it. Use a scythe or a sickle. I don't have one on me at the moment, so I'm just going to use a sword. Now you see that the rest of them are going to take a second here to repopulate. It's kind of normal. Oh, we still have a couple more here. Hold up. Okay. There. If you don't see them when you first enter the area, pick what you can and just wait for it to respawn crops with starter quests. Your stamina will regenerate faster as you improve your character. Bars are like useless. They do no damage to you, just an inconvenience. Put your weapon away, your stamina will regenerate faster too. Lynxes can be a pain. Let's go back. Okay, hunt the bear. That's what I forgot. Sorry. Oh, fuck off. And we forgot something again. And we've got to go through these god-awful wars. Just regaining stamina. You can pull back and drop aggro range, or aggro, if you find yourself low on health or stamina. AI in this is trash. You see here, I'll get a small monetary reward, diluted wine for achieving some of your progress for your character. Now, we're choosing a hammer here. Next enemies that we're going to be going up against are going to have heavy armor. Different weapons do different damage to different armors. Having blunt is useful for going up against heavy armor. Medium armor is susceptible to spears, and light pretty much everything. And now we're gonna have to go back down and get those tents. Sometimes they don't respawn properly. As a new player, you probably want to gather as much of the NPC loot that you get. It's not much, but it'll pay for travel after time. So, here we are at Fort Sarai. We're going to turn in some quests here, and I'm going to introduce you to a couple of things that you're going to be looking for in Fort Sarai. So we'll just turn this quest in quickly, and then I'm going to introduce you to the Glory Point shop. Also take a moment to introduce you to the inn. Midlanders and Sangmars share a similar building style when it comes to the inn, and if you get used to looking for this type of building, um, you'll find the inn. Izmir inns look different. You can get used to them at some point. We'll show them in a different video. Normally the innkeeper is in here. Fort Sarai is outside here. And when you talk to him, you'll be looking for a few different things here. So your stomach, what's held in your stomach, your average food quality brings benefits to health, stamina, and regeneration. Um, the better quality of food that you keep in your stomach, the better benefits that you have. For instance, scrambled eggs here is a food quality of 5.7. It's recommended this be the bare minimum that you keep in your stomach for health, stamina, and regeneration benefits. Um, Anything below that is basically just bastion fodder. We'll go into bastion mechanics in a different video. But quality of food goes from 1 to 10. Scrambled eggs at 5.7 is a recommended base minimum that you keep as a new player in your stomach. Um, we're going to be getting some quality 10 food, so I'm going to hold off on buying this right now. I just want to show you what to look for. Here you also buy your diluted wine uh, for health regeneration, and wheat beer, barley beer for stamina, maximum stamina or stamina regeneration. Um, those are useful for new players to look out for. So that was the inn and some of the basic stuff there. Now we're going to go into the keep area of Fort Sarai, and we'll show you the Glory Point vendors. Contribution points. So your contribution points are accumulated by doing events, and they're affected by your position in the glory rank. Your glory is accumulated through capturing flags and doing PvE quests, or your contributions doing PvE quests. Um, those contribution points can be cashed in at these vendors here. And these vendors range from a basic Glory Quartermaster, where you can pick up things like experience bonus cards for leveling. I think to be reminded is level 100 is basically just level 1 in this game. It's a PvP MMO. Um, these experience point cards will give you a benefit for 3 to 4 hours depending on the card, and anything you do depending on the card, like this one is a general experience, so anything you do in game you'll get a bonus to experience point accumulation. There's combat experience cards. um, there's various different types of cards you can also purchase on the supporter shop and that. Other things to look for here is recipes. Some of the mass production ones for crafting are very useful here. They also can be resold for decent amounts of gold. Um, High-end materials that you can't gather in the world, you can only get from quests, like, well, Etc. you can gather in the world, but magnetite is very rare in the world. You can get it from quests or cash in your contribution points. I wouldn't waste it on magnetite though. Um, Certain things to look for is ability resets. So when you want to respec your character at level 100, don't waste your contribution points or money on these things until you reach level 100 and you want to change your build. Um, Leak quilted canvas is something that you can get off of this. This is something that you can only get through PvE events and contribution points. It's used in high-end crafting and can fetch you a decent price on the market. Um, so um, it's good to cash in on some of that stuff. You get your recipes. Here's some of your tool recipes, like your master's pickaxe and that. Um, your better tools give you better, faster. They just give you bonuses too. I'm not going to go into that. I'll do that in a different video. But you get better tools, decorations. Over here here's your weaponsmith, armorsmith, and tailor. Um, these give you your purple recipes. So let's go back to the map here for a sec. So your white tier recipes, your different tiers of gear go from uh, white, green, blue, purple, and orange in your five tiers. White tier recipes can basically be found in your starter and your safe areas, um, and the better tier recipes can be found further you go into PvP areas. So, like Damar is an area you want to search for um, green tier recipes from your various vendors. Oh, sorry, yeah, you should be able to get them, the green tier ones from Eagle Nest, and Fort Sarai. Your blue tier recipes, I should correct that, is Damar, um, Scarsdale, Seaclaw. You can get other recipes for your crafting tree in your holy cities, Lordly Haven, and Horton Temple. Um, Going back to the glory vendors here, the recipes here are your purple ones. Um, and your orange ones are only through drops, through uh, loot boxes, loot chests through that you receive for high-end PvE content. And so that's where you'll find the best recipes in the game. Okay, so going past that, we've introduced you to Fort Sarai, some basic stuff about the glory vendors. We'll get back to questing here. It's not going to take us long to finish up getting to level 40, and by then you should have a good grasp of the introduction to being a Sangmar. We'll go into it on a different crafting video, but if you, to save some inventory space, if you disassemble the stuff that you're not using and you don't want, you'll get basic materials such like leather scraps and iron scraps and sometimes wood pellets and stuff, depending on the item. You'll receive those back. This one has two parts to it. First, we're going to be taking care of the basic Midlanders, and then there's a chieftain. So, the Midlanders chieftain, especially for... So for light tier players that might have trouble with that, I'll just show you that mechanic. As long as you get one hit on this guy, you can let the rest of these guys clear that chieftain up. I know sometimes light characters have a problem with that guy, so it's a good mechanic to show you how to use guards in the game, because we use guards in the cities during sieges against players. So this is actually a good little side quest here about using guards. Get one hit off on each of the Midlanders that come in here, and if you get one hit off on the chieftain and draw him into your guards, it's a good way to familiarize yourself with using NPC guards. Oh, we didn't get the... Well, look at me. I'm talking about doing that, we didn't get the quest completion. Let's do that quickly. Alright, I'm being a little impatient here. Let's just sit down for a second, heal, and then we'll get this quest back online. I'm surprised that we got a couple of hits off on that chieftain. I'm surprised it didn't give us the quest completion. Oh well, welcome to Gloria, fix this. Now, NPC guards do assist you on this one there too, but we're not going to wait for. Well, these guys here showed up. So yeah, it's still in beta, but we got guards disappearing into the floor, some other fun stuff. Oh fuck, it hasn't even procced it. Oh, come on, guys. I'm trying to do a tutorial video. A fucking bug report. Okay, that was buggy as shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. And you get a nifty little skin here to use on that Belly's Light helm. So we're at level 36, 37. Okay, before we go further, here's that nation point guy that I was talking to you about. I'm not going to put these into the guild because it's just a training guild, but this is the guy that you talk to. We'll finish up our quest talking to Romans here. Okay, so that concludes the starter quest line. We're up to level 37 now. We're able to, at this point, we should be able to join some of the siege events, or not siege event, well, siege events, it's always encouraged to do that. But if you take a look at Catacombs here, Gates of Hell, you can start doing that at about, I believe, between level 30 and 40. And that's a good quest to do, to gather wealth, coins, and experience. to get you to the next stage. Essentially, this you're on the next step is now level 40 to 60. We'll be producing some videos for that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your interest, and welcome to the Sangmar Empire. We look forward to seeing you in game, and help support the Guide to Stone Home Discord. Thank you. Happy New Year.